morning, this is Luke Crocker from the Classical Martial Arts Research Academy. It is now 9:30 in the morning, and yeah, just finished morning practice. Sweating my butt off still, but yay. So it's been a while since I've done any sorts of tutorial videos on rope arresting techniques, and I figured today I'll start right from scratch. So the first technique we're going to be looking at here is basically how to bundle your rope for safekeeping. This is the Honnawa, not the Honnawa, not the quick rope for quick arresting. This is the big bundled stuff, usually about 30 plus feet, depending on the tradition that we're looking for. Classically, it'd be whatever's long enough on hand, at least for arresting techniques. That's why we've got the techniques where you just bind the thumbs together, or the techniques where you bind the fingers together, or you bind using a towel or cloth, that sort of thing. But this is generally for like utility rope, so basically whatever you happen across here. Yeah, there's not a heck of a lot to say about this. This is a decent way to store the rope, to keep it on your belt. Generally, this sort of thing would be kept in some kind of luggage, like a saddlebag on the horse, or perhaps on the side here. But this isn't necessarily the stuff you'd grapple with and try and arrest someone with quickly. Frankly, until the Edo period, for the most part, rope arresting techniques involved knocking someone unconscious or having a bunch of guys pin them down, and then you apply the rope and tie them accordingly. But yeah, without further ado, and this is 6mm hemp rope. I do have it for sale on the shop, and at this point, based on many of the documents that I've worked with, particularly Seigo Ryu, Jiu-Jitsu and such, you'll find that they'll describe silk-like hemp rope, so rope that's really flexible and really strong. Well, this isn't going anywhere. I've been using it for a few years now. Alrighty, so the first thing you want to do is take take the end of the rope in one hand and hold it as such in the other. And here we're just going to spider it back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. And you keep doing this until you run out of rope. Now the specific length between the hands will be specific to your needs, or perhaps to the tradition that you might practice. So you keep doing this until you have just a bit left here. You don't have a whole heck of a lot. Where's my black backdrop? There we go. Not a whole heck of a lot. Alright, and you're going to change your grip. So you're holding this smaller bunch by your thumb, and the large bunch hangs out here, because we're going to wrap it around twice like this. So you basically want it to cross over itself here. And then we're just going to keep wrapping it around a few times. Now, there's two ways to do it. Most people will be tempted to pull the end of the rope right through, and it's locked there. Got some extra fiber here, and it's just locked. But then that means you have to, excuse me, I've got a cold. It means you have to pull the end out before you can utilize it. So generally, what I do, and what I recommend doing, is wrapping around a bunch of times. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I'm going to get closer for this one. Here, once we've got the last little length of rope, we're going to take basically like the body of it. We're going to create a bite like this. We're going to loosen the previous wrap, and that bite is what's going to be tucked in there. And you can feel how to pull that tight accordingly. Hemp tends to grip itself quite nicely, so there we go. So there, you've got the bite sticking out, and this working end is also sticking out on its own. So that means you can pull this free. Alright, you've got all this extra rope, which you can toss to the side without even worrying about it. And then you've got the working end, in which case you can go to town on that. If you shorten the length of the rope between the hands here, you see I just keep it on a single plane. You don't even really have to grab it here, you can literally just hook with the thumbs. But now if we give ourselves a little bit extra to work with, we have something a little bit more tidy for luggage. A little bit smaller. So that can be nicer. Fits in a smaller compartment. Or you can have it really quite small. This is 30 feet of handling here, so it takes a little while. I'll do this. So now I've got about half of it wrapped up. Like that. Or take off another couple folds. Voila. And this is what Fujita Seiko's book calls the Nawamaki, which literally just means wrapped rope. Nawa, rope. Maki, wrapping. Something that encloses or wraps. And there you have it. Nawamaki no ho. Nawamaki no koto.